I'm here to answer some questions about credit, I think.
Credit is stuff you get when you pay bills.
You borrow money from someone and you buy something with that, and then you have to pay it back to them with an interest rate.
Points that the government assigns to you to try and control your life.
What you have to get in high school to pass.
Pretty much how you get like jobs.
I don't really know.
Money the bank gives you that you have to pay back.
I've just heard it's sort of like points you get.
You need credit to get loans.
Credit is kind of like your reputation on how you can buy things.
Because they want to know if you're responsible and see if you can actually, afford the payments.
The hardest part to understand of credit is the interest rate.
Interest, you need to know what that is.
There's a credit card and there's a debit card, so you can get a credit score and you can get a debit score.
If you have a bad credit score, you might actually end up paying, you will end up paying a higher interest rate.
If you want to buy a house, you have to have a good credit score.
They'll check your credit score to see what you're eligible for.
It's proof to that person that you can afford what you're saying you can.
You build up a good reputation by paying back money on time or not having too many loans out at once.
The credit ecosystem is probably like credit and it's like habitat.
It's sort of where credit is passed along.
I have no idea.
Credit that works throughout the states.
Credit ecosystem. I have no idea.
It's like the head credit place or something.
No.
Taxes probably have an impact. Yeah.
I have no idea.
Credit can be good or bad.
We don't ever talk about credit in school.
Normally the only people I talk about credit with is my parents.
It depends on who's talking about it.
It's usually not a very good conversation.
Responsibility comes to mind when I think of credit.
Don't get into really big debt.
If you don't have good credit, then you can't do anything.
The government trying to control your life.
They give you a number that you're allowed to spend, and then you have to make sure that you don't hit that number, even though that's what they tell you. You have to keep track of how much you're spending.
I think I'll need credit. I'm not sure.
Yeah, probably. I don't really know. Maybe. Nope, I don't really think so.
I have no idea what one does with credit.
I would go shopping.
I think it's a lot easier to screw it up because it's easier to spend money.
Credit's really hard to understand.
Go buy a selfie stick.
Credit doesn't matter to me. Not really.
Start making budgets now and start making plans with how you're going to spend your money.
Keeping track of your money, how much you have, how much you should be spending.
You pay your bills and you get a higher credit score. It's not that hard to understand.
Credit matters a lot because without credit you can't get the things you need.